The passports were never stamped. The trainers were Emirati. The destination was Sudan. A Human Rights Watch investigation has uncovered a secret pipeline. Colombian mercenaries trained on UAE military bases, then sent to fight alongside the Rapid Support Forces in Darfur, where children are being recruited, and a UN mission has called the killings genocide. Abu Dhabi denies everything. The evidence keeps coming. A new Human Rights Watch report has revealed that hundreds of Colombian private military contractors were recruited, trained on UAE military bases, and deployed to fight alongside Sudan's Rapid Support Forces. The 83-page investigation traces a network from Abu Dhabi to the killing fields of El Fasher in North Darfur, where the RSF seized the city in October 2025 amid widespread reports of killings and sexual violence. The UN International Fact-Finding Mission on Sudan had previously said those events bore the hallmarks of genocide. Human Rights Watch said the contractors were recruited through a UAE-based company, Global Security Services Group, founded by the Secretary-General of the UAE Presidential Court. The report alleges they transited through Emirati military facilities at Ghayathi and Al-Wathba before being sent into Sudan. One Colombian contractor told investigators he bypassed immigration entirely on arrival.
They didn't stamp our passports. I was immediately transferred to the Ghayathi military base for training conducted by Emirati personnel.
Investigators verified videos allegedly showing the contractors training in UAE military compounds and later operating alongside RSF units in Sudan. 6 witnesses described seeing foreign fighters in military-grade helmets and body armor during the El Fasher assault. One contractor said he had trained RSF recruits near Niala around April 2025 and that many were, in his words, young children. The recruitment and use of children under 15 in armed conflict is classified as a war crime under international law.
The recruitment of Colombian private military contractors adds to a growing body of evidence that the UAE provides military support to the Rapid Support Forces, which have repeatedly carried out heinous atrocities in Sudan.
The UAE has denied supplying military support to the RSF, saying its role in Sudan is limited to humanitarian assistance. Human Rights Watch said Emirati authorities would nonetheless have been aware of activities conducted on their own military facilities. The organisation has called on the UN Security Council to investigate the company and impose sanctions on entities involved in violating the Darfur arms embargo.
Ethiopia has been accused of hosting a covert military training camp for thousands of fighters linked to Sudan's Rapid Support Forces, according to a Reuters investigation, in a development that points to growing regional entanglement in one of the world's deadliest conflicts. The camp, located in Ethiopia's remote western Benishangul Gumuz region near the Sudanese border, represents the first direct evidence of Ethiopian involvement in Sudan's civil war. Its existence could significantly bolster the RSF at a time when fighting is intensifying in southern Sudan, particularly in Blue Nile State. Reuters spoke to 15 sources familiar with the construction and operation of the camp, including Ethiopian officials and diplomats, and analysed satellite imagery of the area. 8 sources, among them a senior Ethiopian government official, said the United Arab Emirates financed the camp's construction and provided trainers and logistical support. These claims were echoed in an internal Ethiopian security note and a diplomatic cable reviewed by Reuters. The UAE has denied involvement. Its foreign ministry said it was not a party to the conflict and was not involved in the hostilities. Reuters, however, said it could not independently verify the UAE's role or the camp's purpose. Sudan's civil war began in 2023, following a power struggle between the Sudanese armed forces and the RSF ahead of a planned transition to civilian rule. The conflict has been marked by famine and racially charged atrocities, forcing millions to flee to neighbouring countries including Egypt, Chad, Libya and South Sudan. Both sides have relied on foreign backers, increasing fears the war could spill across borders. According to the Ethiopian security note seen by Reuters,
as of early January, 4,300 RSF fighters were undergoing military training at the site, and their logistical and military supplies are being provided by the UAE.
Sudan's army has previously accused Abu Dhabi of arming the RSF, allegations that UN experts and US lawmakers have described as credible. Satellite imagery shows activity at the camp increased from October, with forest clearing, tent installations, and the construction of metal-roofed buildings. A diplomatic cable dated November said the site could eventually house up to 10,000 fighters. Images taken on November 24th showed more than 640 tents, suggesting the camp could accommodate at least 2,500 people. Two senior military officials told Reuters that large convoys of trucks carrying recruits were seen travelling towards the camp in mid-November. Further imagery from January showed continued expansion, including shipping containers and new excavation work. The recruits are reported to be mainly Ethiopian, with others from Sudan and South Sudan also present. 6 officials said many were expected to cross into Sudan to support RSF operations in Blue Nile, with hundreds already having done so in recent weeks. The investigation also highlights new construction at Asosa Airport, around 53 kilometers from the camp. Satellite imagery shows new hangars and infrastructure consistent with drone operations. Ethiopian officials said the military plans to develop the airport as a drone center, while analysts and diplomats said it has become key to supplying the RSF across the Sudanese border. Concerns have been raised about the camp's proximity to the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Africa's largest hydroelectric project, amid fears it could become vulnerable if fighting spreads. Neither Ethiopia's government, its military, the RSF, nor Sudan's army responded to detailed requests for comment. As Sudan's war grinds on, the findings underscore how deeply regional and international interests are becoming intertwined, raising fresh questions about the risk of a wider conflict engulfing the Horn of Africa.